Success. It's a word that holds different meanings for everyone. To some, it means wealth or fame. To others, it's about achievement or influence. But according to Earl Nightingale, an early pioneer in the field of personal development, success has a deeper, more universal definition. Nightingale defines success as the progressive realization of a worthy goal. In other words, success isn't about reaching a final destination or some grand achievement. It's about the steady movement towards something meaningful. Nightingale's perspective was unique, shaped by years of studying what makes people thrive and find purpose. He believed that success was accessible to anyone, regardless of their background, as long as they applied a few timeless principles. In this video, we'll explore 7 of Earl Nightingale's most powerful lessons on success, concepts that have changed countless lives. These aren't just abstract ideas, they're practical, lasting principles that anyone can use to create a fulfilling life. And if you can do me a favor and subscribe and hit the thumbs up button, it would really mean a lot to me, and it would really help this channel. Nightingale famously said, "We become what we think about." This isn't just an optimistic phrase. It's a guiding principle based on the idea that our thoughts shape our actions, habits, and ultimately, our lives. Nightingale believed that what we focus on mentally has a direct impact on what we achieve externally. If we continually dwell on failure, fear, or doubt, we're likely to reinforce those outcomes in our reality. Conversely, if we focus on growth, confidence, and clarity of purpose, we start to create the mindset needed for success. It's not simply about positive thinking. Rather, it's about consciously choosing thoughts that align with our goals and aspirations. Research in modern psychology backs this up. Studies show that a consistent focus on goal-oriented thoughts can activate the reticular activating system, or RAS, in the brain, which helps filter information and keeps us attuned to opportunities aligned with our objectives. This means our brains are literally wired to support our goals, as long as we're consistent in focusing on them. In practical terms, Nightingale's teaching encourages us to regularly reflect on our most frequent thoughts and to consider whether they're helping or hindering our progress. A powerful exercise here could be to take a few minutes each day to focus on what we want to achieve, imagining our goals as if they've already been realized. By doing this, we're aligning our thoughts and our potential actions with the path to success. Building on the power of focused thought, Nightingale emphasized that people with goals succeed because they know where they're going. He viewed goal setting as the starting point for any meaningful pursuit of success. According to him, having a goal is like setting a destination on a map. Without it, any direction might seem as good as any other, leading us nowhere. Setting clear, specific goals is essential because it gives purpose and structure to our actions. Nightingale suggested that, by defining what we truly want, we create a personal benchmark that guides our decisions and habits, making it easier to prioritize what matters and ignore distractions. Modern research supports this, showing that individuals who set specific, measurable goals are far more likely to achieve them. Clear goals provide motivation, break down overwhelming tasks, and create a sense of progress as each milestone is met. For example, instead of saying, "I want to be successful," which is vague, Nightingale would encourage setting specific targets like, "I want to build a fulfilling career in teaching," or "I want to run a successful business that helps others." To put this lesson into action, try writing down one meaningful goal that aligns with your values and ambitions. Make it specific and time-bound, so it becomes a guiding force rather than just a distant hope. Nightingale taught that when you have a clear, focused goal, your mind will instinctively begin aligning your actions toward achieving it, creating a foundation for lasting success. Another core lesson from Nightingale is the importance of taking full responsibility for our lives. He believed that true success requires a shift from external blame to internal accountability. In his view, by accepting responsibility for our actions, decisions, and even our setbacks, we empower ourselves to change our circumstances. Nightingale taught that success isn't simply about what happens to us. It's largely about how we choose to respond. Blaming external factors, whether it's other people, our past, or unfavorable conditions, keeps us passive. But when we acknowledge our role in shaping our reality, we regain control over our outcomes. Psychologists have found that individuals who adopt an internal locus of control, meaning they believe they influence their life's outcomes, tend to be more resilient, motivated, and successful. This aligns well with Nightingale's message. By owning our decisions and actions, we create opportunities for growth rather than staying stuck in cycles of blame and inaction. To apply this lesson, try reviewing a recent setback. Ask yourself, what could I have done differently? Or, what did I learn from this experience? This approach shifts the focus from regret to self-improvement and strengthens the mindset that we are active participants in our own lives. For Nightingale, taking responsibility is a powerful tool for progress and ultimately success. As mentioned earlier, Nightingale believed that achieving success isn't just about setting goals or taking responsibility. It's about consistently following through. This is where the power of self-discipline comes into play. For Nightingale, self-discipline was essential because it helps us take daily actions that support our goals, even when motivation wanes or challenges arise. He argued that self-discipline is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who abandon them at the first sign of difficulty. It's the ability to prioritize what truly matters over temporary comfort or distractions. This doesn't mean ignoring relaxation or enjoyment, but rather having the strength to stay focused on our priorities. Studies in psychology highlight that self-discipline, rather than talent or intelligence, is a more reliable predictor of success. Developing self-discipline creates habits and routines that gradually transform intentions into achievements. For example, practicing self-discipline might involve dedicating a specific amount of time each day to working on a personal goal, such as developing a skill, exercising, or reading. To start building self-discipline, Nightingale would recommend beginning with small commitments. Choose one meaningful action that aligns with your larger goals and make it a daily habit. Over time, these small, consistent actions compound, helping you build a foundation of discipline that keeps you on course, regardless of external circumstances. Nightingale strongly emphasized the idea of continuous learning. To him, success wasn't a one-time event, but an ongoing process of growth. He believed that to stay competitive and fulfilled, we must continually expand our knowledge and skills. This lifelong learning mindset means consistently seeking out new information, ideas, and experiences that enrich us. In fact, studies have shown that individuals who prioritize learning and self-improvement tend to be more adaptable, resilient, and successful in various aspects of life. This is especially true in our rapidly changing world, where continuous learning helps us stay relevant and proactive in our personal and professional lives. For Nightingale, this idea wasn't limited to formal education, but included self-directed learning. Whether that's through reading, observing, or engaging with people who inspire us. By dedicating even a small amount of time each day to learning, we open ourselves to new perspectives and opportunities. To apply this, consider setting aside a few minutes daily to read, listen to a podcast, or practice a skill that aligns with your goals. By fostering a habit of learning, You're not only investing in your personal growth, but also equipping yourself to face challenges with a broader mindset. One of Nightingale's most influential teachings is what he called the law of compensation. In simple terms, this principle states that we are rewarded in direct proportion to the value we provide. Nightingale believed that success and personal growth are deeply tied to how much we contribute, whether in our work, relationships, or community. Essentially, the more value we bring, the more we receive in return. The law of compensation goes beyond the financial realm. It's about the impact and quality we bring to every aspect of our lives. Nightingale encouraged people to focus on excelling in whatever they do, as doing so creates an internal standard that leads to higher external rewards over time. This principle aligns well with what modern psychology tells us about reciprocity, the idea that when we give generously, we're more likely to receive positivity and success in return. To put this lesson into practice, focus on consistently adding value wherever you can. This could mean going the extra mile in your work, supporting others in meaningful ways, or improving your skills to offer better quality in whatever you do. By committing to quality and contribution, you create a foundation of trust, respect, and ultimately success. Nightingale's final lesson emphasizes the importance of immediate action. He often cautioned against waiting for the perfect moment to start working toward our goals, reminding us that the only time we truly have is now. In his view, waiting for ideal conditions often leads to procrastination and missed opportunities, while taking small, consistent actions propels us forward. This approach aligns with the psychological concept of momentum. Studies show that starting, even with a small action, often creates a sense of progress, motivating us to continue. Nightingale believed that consistent, intentional steps are more powerful than waiting for inspiration or perfect circumstances, as each small effort builds momentum and confidence over time. To apply this, identify one step you can take today toward your goal, no matter how minor it may seem. Nightingale's wisdom reminds us that it's through action, not planning alone, that goals become realities. The key takeaway: start where you are, use what you have, and take that first step now. Earl Nightingale's teachings offer us a timeless roadmap for success. A success grounded not in fleeting accomplishments, but in purposeful, progressive growth. As we've seen, Nightingale's principles emphasize taking ownership of our thoughts, setting clear goals, exercising discipline, and striving to add value. His view of success isn't about waiting for the perfect opportunity or relying on external circumstances. Rather, it's about cultivating a mindset and habits that guide us toward fulfilling our potential. By embracing these 7 lessons, we're reminded that success is a journey, shaped by our everyday choices and actions. Nightingale's wisdom encourages us to see ourselves as active participants in our lives, empowered to create meaning and achieve goals that matter deeply to us. As you take these insights forward, consider which lesson resonates most with you and how you can start applying it today. Remember, every small, intentional step brings you closer to the success you envision. Thank you for watching, and drop a comment with your thoughts, questions, and any feedback you have. And if you found this content valuable, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more insights on leading a meaningful life and to help the channel.